Mo máa yọ kúrò ní máa yọ kúrò. Má láti end ní ẹ̀ má láti end ní sáré ẹ̀ bí mi lè ṣe mo ti start èmi nílé ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ọ̀tẹ́ni gẹ̀ẹ́sì bá join máa remove.
Martin's traveling.
Hey, no problem.
Hey. See how you have punished yourself now. See how you have punished yourself. Yeah, you punish yourself.
I don't know. President, morning, sir. I laughed today. It's club assembly. So I won't end that if I was induction last week. You will be part of it. I'll be my birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. Powerfully waiting for you.
President has been waiting for all of us.
Good morning, Golden Rotarians. We have few people online. We have 7 people online. And this is 8:15. At exactly 8:15, I hereby call this assembly to order. Can we have the roll press? Oh Lord, I give back trouble. Oh, for to stand on. Let us all be seated. Thank you. Thank you. I want to believe we all have the minutes of the last club assembly, and we all have the agenda for today. If you don't have it, quickly take one for yourself. Can we go through the agenda for today? Yeah.
On the agenda, I posted on the platform, on the fourth platform, a few days ago, that the agenda is expected to be on the platform. And after some minutes or hours, I observed that the agenda was posted on the platform. But surprisingly, I'm getting here this morning. The agenda on the platform differs from the agenda on this meeting this morning. I don't know the reason.
Okay, when
the reason behind that.
you saw an agenda on the yes, sir.
These are separate. We are doing it during fellowship. I think I still want to make the house to be live. Please for only 5 minutes. That is why it is taken by the president. Secondly, we want to send the sword of the platform after since you have a hard copy document here, whatever you need to do, when you get there, if you want to adjust, you do that. You don't need to go back to the what's already transpired. Since you have something on you, whatever reason, just add that is the normal thing. When you have anything that what added, no argument with that. This agenda that something that's supposed to be there, not there, we need to add it. If the house agrees, you add it. If that's not agree, you stop it now. Thank you. I'm going to ask about that, please. I say, I'm not angry. I just want to add something to it.
You have an addition to the agenda. Okay.
We have some people online that are not physically present in this meeting. And what they will go to is what we have on the platform. So if there is if we agree on this, I would expect this to be posted on the platform so that people who are not
proposing that this should be posted on the platform. Okay, fine, that will be done. Thank you. Rotary, please.
If we are not to that,
okay,
let us follow the procedure. Before you even posted this thing to whatever, in this meeting we must agree that this agenda is agreed by us. That is normal practice. Even when you posted it, maybe something you want to be able to respond. You want to add that. So if you posted it now, or when we are before we convert the meeting, then you can post it. And that's the normal way.
All right. Okay. By the time we all adopt the agenda, then it will be posted. If there's any addition and subtraction, that would have been done. Thank you, sir. Okay, can we go through the agenda if there's any addition or subtraction that we want to our input? No.
Comparing the one on the platform and the one we have here, I think observe that this Rotary, the main app Rotary here is close by, and we are going to submit half year report. I think from the still report, need to be included here. And also we have a huge projects ahead of us that we not be able to start. Start. So I think that is the way we can also incorporate it so that all members are aware of what we want to do, and whatever support is needed can also be shared among the members. Part of the video that we can include committee reports in this agenda and projects in this agenda. Thank you.
Rotary President, Rotary, yes, I'm just for good. I mean, there are no guests. As much as the suggestion of Rotary Ajani is a basic suggestion. With the intensity and magnitude of the items we have here, global grant, election, and what have you, that we should step down the issue of report. It is often sacrosanct in Rotary that such reports should happen at a regular meeting or the board, yeah. So it's a progressive idea, but I suggest you step in.
Rotary Ajani, I hope we've heard that. So we'll take that to the board meeting and also at our regular meeting. Same thing with the second issue raised too. Please, can we have somebody to move for the adoption of this agenda, please? Okay.
Dear President, I move that this agenda should be adopted for the purpose of this flower sale.
Do we second him?
My President, distinguished fellow Rotarians, I know this is a club assembly, and it is a place where we normally start with grassroots and we'll end with grassroots. So, my elder, I will move as biblical and as Quranic as possible. I, Rotarian Daniel Lawal, hereby moved that this club assembly agenda dated Friday, 3rd November 2023 should be adopted. I move the motion that it should be adopted and for us to progress. So I move.
Thank you, our high people. God bless you, sir. Please, do we have anybody to second it?
President,
Can somebody pass the mic, please?
My President, I want to do that. We always do that. I will tell you, Elder Adedayo, Adireti, Adosi, hereby second the motion moved by Ibu. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Our triple A. God bless you, sir. So we have, as you're coming in, please take your minutes. The minutes is on the table. The minutes and the agenda is on the table. So can we have the reading of the minutes of the last minute, please? Page 1. Attendant, if your name is not captured, please kindly let us know.
My dear President, I think it is right for us to sit and talk since this is a small assembly. My President, you will have the privilege to sit down because it's a small assembly. Okay. Under bylaw review, I don't seem to understand what the minute is trying to say. It was suggested that the review of our current bylaw rules should be considered to enhance better of the club. I don't understand what this means. Maybe what I don't know who suggested this. I can't remember, but I think this is very, very ambiguous because the bylaw is already in operation that passed assembly. So why are we saying should be running as guidance? That's what I don't understand. If anybody can remember what was said so that we can adjust category.
Okay, do we have anybody that remember that part? Okay, the secretary is online.
Okay, hello, Rotary and Martins. Rotary Martins. Okay. Please notice that there's an error, that part of the and to be corrected. Yes, sir. Can we refrain?
If that is it, we need to refrain.
We need to refrain it, sir. Can somebody refrain that for us, please?
Okay.
So my President, I wish to refrain just that the club review bylaw should be should serve as our guide at every meeting. To serve as our guide.
All right, thank you, my everybody. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir, please.
Which is about education. I think, like I said, I was saying, thank God, there's always we had. I think we incorporated into our Bible as another issue there. You don't just flip it out, just a paper, and make sure that you can use and attach. You have one of them. If you remember, then you have one secretary, you have one. So that we can make reference, this is reference to that. And it's one of those things that when it's bad, you have some problem. Now, you listen to what I said.
Hello, sir.
You don't listen to what I said. You, for example, all amendments to this bylaw, I don't have copy. I don't know what amended there. As far as this year, club assembly, whatever that amended and incorporated, you should have it. That's what I'm trying to understand. I think what they are saying is that
I think what you are saying is that if there was an amendment at the last 12%, the previous one, I think with the last amendment we did was to produce this new bylaw. Of that meeting.
Then you produce out.
Then the bylaw has been reproduced, it has been printed.
The amendment is already there.
Yes, yes. Well, the one can provide the copy.
For members that doesn't have the new bylaw, please indicate. I was trying to how give you one. Alaji, you don't have, okay, at the end of the piece, Rotary will compile the names of those people that doesn't have, and by next week, you all have it. Rotary, do you have the soft copy? Okay, so the soft copy will be on the Sleepy Rotary. Are we? Osha.
To maintain somebody who is moving around
all right, okay. We have to start here. Also, it's not usually done. We may not even use the search, but the official essay. Our official essay, please always tap, just tapping. Wherever you see that noise is coming from, just tap. Thank you. So are we all through with the minutes, the reading of the minutes? Can we have someone to move the motion for the adoption of the last club assembly minutes? Alaji, are you done with the minutes, sir? Okay. They want somebody to move the motion for the adoption. I didn't ask him to remove it. No, sir. Okay, Rachel. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Can we have somebody to second it? Okay, Alaji seconding.
I have a question. I hope this is
Thank you, sir. The matters arising from the last meeting. Mr. Awabara, please sit down. Please. Daddy, I just said, come. PH, I just said, our IPP will take care of that. Okay. All right, can we have matters arising from the last minute, please?
What is it?
Okay, on Rotary and Ajani and Amen's issue, it has been resolved. It has been resolved and it has been stated that henceforth there shouldn't be any issue on that case again. And if it happens, if it's right again, it is going to be against the law. So that was the decision on that.
I don't know what this the network is about.
Our review by law.
Also, don't even do it.
The review by law. If you haven't gotten your copy, please. If you haven't gotten a copy of that, just signify or tell Rotary and Dewa, put your name down with Rotary and Dewa so that he will bring it for you next week. You will surely get it next week. You'll get it next week. Thank you. Global grants. One house, please. One house.
Bring this thing for me. The internet card.
This morning we have not bought a new one.
All the one for yesterday is gone. It's appeared. No wonder, because I don't understand what's going on.
Well, I'm happy to tell you
I was
that
wondering
global
what was going
grant, we have done the authorization. The global grants are already been commissioned like last year. The report closure was due in August, and we've done the authorization. And this grant, global grant for neonatal building, is closed. It's done and dusted. So to God be the glory, we thank God for that. The case of global grants for neonatal building is done and dusted because it's closed with RI. We've closed it. Yes, please.
For visiting this, I think we need more clarity here, enlightening out. Here, he stated that it was noted that at the last time, when the grant was advanced, your date will change for secretary, what have you. 70% of
Come on, one check, don't tell me.
I believe you to come with your name.
In that same context, it was stated that several letters have been written or have been sent to the Senate authority on this, and no response yet. And the House decided in that meeting to send letters to all the 4 committee members to ensure the report is made available to the floor. Was that letter being sent to them? Was there any updates on that? Those who were not at the board meeting or who were present at this meeting will be able to know the outcome of this.
All right, thank you, Rotary and Ajani. I want to state it here that before the closure and before the authorization, before I did the authorization, I demanded for the hard copy of those reports of the neonatal global grants. And Rotarian Amen brought it here by herself. She presented the neonatal building reports for the global grants. So if that is with the secretary, I also mentioned it at the board meeting that we received. In fact, a copy of that report was shown at our board meeting. It was also shown at our meeting of that time. So please, the report is here. We all have the report, and the report is also on the RI portal. For anybody that wants to visit the global grant site on my Rotary, you can get it. The report is there. It's exactly what we have there, and that's what we have as the hard copy. Thank you. The global grant is closed. Thank you, Rotarians.
President, distinguished Rotarians, because this is a global assembly, there are things that happen in the course of the program or an action, and for which we have to take lessons that such things should not happen. Most especially, I want to refer to the last part of that meeting, where it was said 4 committee members, letters should be written to them. I know the global grant report has been given. We have closed it. But we need to do things so that we won't go back to where we are. We gave an assignment to a committee. Somebody represented the block. For 1 year, we did not get the report of that assignment. At every board meeting, at every club assembly, when we ask for the report, all committee members would say, I don't have it. If you ask a question about that that exercise, everybody at that meeting that belongs to that committee will play ignorance. And that ignorance continued to the end of that Rotary year. Now, my president, if peradventure Rotary Amen are traveled, or we can't reach out, it means those members of that committee, we cannot hold them responsible to render an account or to be accountable for that program. So, what are we saying? Are we saying that when we have a chairman of the committee, the sole responsibility, the accountability of that program depends only on the chairman, and none of the members will render an account, and none of the members will hold up that this was what was done, and this is where we are. So in moving forward, I want to suggest, and this should be documented, that being a member of the committee, once you are said to be a member, you should also accept to take responsibility. And if you don't have, if the person is running the one-man show, at the meeting, you bold enough to say that, okay, this person has been running into one, we don't know anything about it. Why is it down to information for 1 year?
Yeah, but
no member of the committee was ready to any explanation. So, my president, that is my thing. Maybe we need to need to move a motion to whatever. For us to say that but our committee or 5-member committee will not render a report because the chairman is married. Thank you.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3. Out of 4. We have somebody raising online. Okay. Please let us do the online first. Okay, sir.
Now, Mr. President, this observation goes to our young Rotarians in the house. I want you to listen. Not assembly is a business time. I can see a lot of head and here. You have to visit to follow. You go out of this place to the district level. Whatever experience you gather from this place is good for you for a long time. So let us talk about this listen very, very well. It's important because assembly is where we can discuss what I call. We can disagree and agree here. So it is good for you to listen very, very well. That's just my part. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Online, please. Rotary Busari. Rotary Busari.
Okay, good morning, my president. Fellow Rotarians. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Sorry, members who will contribute to use mic, we barely hear them. We can't hear anything, those people are online.
You cannot hear us.
Yeah, we can't hear people talking. Maybe the mic or the internet connection. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, keep on.
Madam President, fellow Rotarians, Mike, God bless you for that invitation. So, my president, it's not every one of us are privileged to be at the point. So, what we're reading here is actually, there are no questions raised in these minutes. So, if at the board level, there have been some deliberations on that, I ought to know some of this. And I know that myself personally, I raised some observation at the last board assembly, also with regards to this. I was privileged to know that the members. Yes, I'm the captain of what I said. I was privileged to know that the members of the committee saying, I mean, for a better use of word, they claim they do, with the amen, the amen was one
I mean, she had the vendors to hand. We thank her for a lot of things she did for that process. However, Rotary is an international organization that will have codes and will have conduct and will have things that guide us. And so all these, unilateral, I did this one, I did this one, I did this one, that's not to be heard here. And another thing, when you are, when they appoint you to be in charge, to be a member of the committee, let us do the needful. And they say, oh, we don't want to offend her. And she did this, she did that. She doesn't want the club. She's a friend of mine, but she doesn't want the club. And so I think that this is to have been well captured. Yeah, this is not well captured. We do not know what's going on. We do not know the things that he said. To guard against such occurrence. We have not provided solutions. I believe that we need to provide this solution so that it can guide you next time. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Good morning, my hope is good. Okay, the member of the committee, I will not. But the immediate past president on this floor asked for a report, and I mediated on that report, and the report to be submitted so that I can sign it. I remember that I was in the meeting here when I asked him that don't let us play politics with this. Submit the report to him, let it off so that we can move it. Reports have been submitted, and reports are online. Even the last one, you signed it off, President, that was sent to was no, it wasn't signed off.
No report submitted. The report submitted, that's I'm not
for me, I'm not aware. I'm aware that if we are to do this, then the immediate past president must take some blame. Why I say that is that if he wanted the report, we are all members of the committee. I'm a member of the committee. If he had requested the report, I asked him, why am I not getting reports? Reports are submitted online. They were submitted to everyone. I saw the report. So I can't stand here and say reports are not submitted and take a blame for it. No, if he wanted a physical report or a written report, he should have asked us. If you have asked us for it, you understand? I take exception to that. I will not be a party to that. The report was submitted when they needed to be submitted, and if it needed physical report or it needed more report, you have asked. That's my take.
All right, thank you, sir. Not before respond. PH, just said that. Not now, sir. You will.
Like President, not assembly, like I said, it's a business, serious business. Thank God that this issue is coming up like this. And I want to thank our wife for saying all this. Everything that happened, stop at your table as at that time. And you expect to have done all that people have done before you hand over power. That is one. Two, this report, the extent of writing, demanding for the members of the committee to reach into, because retirement pay to submit the report. And this is one of the members of the committee that report was sent, they are aware of the report. If the report are already sent at the end of the day, that has foreclosed this matter for now. That's my own thing. It has already foreclosed the discussion of it because he has not submitted the report. That's why he said, right members of the committee to know what is happening here. Like I thought the statement is made by that. You see, in Rotary, that's why Papa you are report there. You don't scare anybody. You want to go for the goose, go for the gander. Anybody want to come with them to come with clean hands. When it comes to the issue of policy, don't blame politicians. That is normal. We are playing a lot of politics and it's causing a lot of damage to the club. We are seeing for ourselves now. How could somebody, we have committee members, we have sitting president, a single person You now went ahead and do all of that thing without the knowledge of, according to what people are saying now. Because what are they doing in the first system? The city president, what are you doing? You don't let us play politics. I've said it before. I said at the district level, they gave me name, I'm okay. If not because Rotary is international, we have bastardized Nigeria. We have used Nigerian factor to mess it up. But thank God it's an international program that cannot bastardize. Let us enough of this politics when it comes to issue of policy and procedure of the meeting. Let us stop it, please. Mr. President, the whole thing stop at your table and you have nibbled at the board and your tenure. But notwithstanding, what you are telling us is want to get ourselves prepared for future, to guide against future audit. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, okay, thank you. My President, fellow Rotarians. Well, I want to say this for posterity sake. Well, I'm happy that the person that raised the issue of global grants is still the IPP that the old blames were on. Now, when we are talking about the issue of global grants, there are two legs to it. The legs that have been handled by Rotary and the committee. That is one. The second leg is that building itself. So if you think we are playing politics, we've been playing politics on a lot of things here. A lot of things that we are not supposed to do. The building itself, there was meant to be a report. That report came, they set up a committee to look into it, how it was done, the whole spendings. That thing just went somehow. And that one went. And you think the other person that did global grants will also not do the same thing. If you are not careful, a lot of things will go that way here because we are not accountable to anything. We feel we have free money to spend and we spend it anyhow. That is my own take. A lot of things are gone. I don't know how you want to resolve it. The committee member by he said they submitted report. Well, if a report has been submitted, was it the right report? Does it meet the requirement? Then that is what we should be saying. Because the lady kept on saying she submitted a report. How is that report relevant to what we are saying? If that is what we want to look into, then we'll take it out again. But if she insisted she has submitted a report, a relevant person confirmed that we have submitted a report. So what are we talking about? Is it that we close it or we go back and do a lot of things that correct the old building and those equipment? They lost underneath that we don't know. So, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, my president, once again, I just want to respond to PPP to Atibola and the Katia. Yes, as said by Katia, what we are doing up is for us to guide against this happening next time. I'm a process person. I'm a civil servant, and I'm proud. I don't do anything without documentation. I hope Lieutenant Atibola attends every meeting that we hold last year. And if you don't have the opportunity for attending, as some of us don't attend meetings 52 weeks of the year, there are minutes of meetings, there are minutes of fellowship, minutes of board meetings, and minutes of So, jumping into this issue and saying that there was a report submitted to the president that I even signed, then you need to go back, go to the present secretary and check all those minutes. If we come to meeting, you will know that there's no board meeting we don't talk about global grants. And there's no time that we don't ask for the report. And he said there's no report, that they don't have the report at all. At the time, towards the end of the year, I was told, we were told at this meeting that the report was given to PPO at a meeting, at a closure meeting, and just as the next meeting after that, nobody made any report. Thank God the B is here. there is no board meeting he doesn't attend. And there is no time that we ask for that report and he will tell us that, Mr. President, should be the report and sign. So it is erroneous and it is false that there was a report submitted at this point. So I want you to take that side. Then number two, concerning what Ajia stated, that the building issue stopped at my table. Yes, as the president at that time, the voting has been completed before I came on board as president. But during that year, we instituted a committee to help that building. Maybe Ajia will need to check all the club assembly proceedings within this year. The report was submitted at this meeting. The report about that building. All the infractions that were noted, we said, okay, let this go, but this will serve as a guide for us when we have a project of this magnitude in subsequent years. So if you have not been following up on proceedings, if you have not been reading minutes, if you don't follow up on issues, then don't come to meeting and say that there was no report that was swept under the carpet. That's just what I want to correct my president.
They saw at the time, wanted to know how that was closed. And I remember very well that they had to be insistent that we must put these issues to rest. There was a committee constituted during the meeting like this. And the committee gave a report. I remember very well. And IPP then gave a summary of the reports and told us a couple of things that were not right. I will come to better. But like another that you want to see it doesn't want to offend anyone. That was the way he dressed me to close it. When I had testified with Papa on the building project, the report was given and he presented it to us. I just wanted to say thank you. All right, thank you.
Let's not get emotional about this issue. I think that we're just like Page just said. I mean, this is somewhere that we're like training ourselves in being better than what we're doing. You know, if I see that we got quite a little bit emotional about this issue. But you should know that if we learn lessons from the building, we probably will not still be talking about the global grant issues here and now. That means we never learned the lessons. And sometimes, you know, it's so easy for us to make reports and every other thing and say we're guided by that. I doubt that we're being guided. Because some of us who do not even read the reports in the very first instance. And so I think we should still talk about it. However, in the house that we do not do that. So I think that there are still lessons. No, I said, you know, there are three different things. And thank you. I thank my people, she put it in place. The building was one part of it. How the building was one part. We built the building. And so for the benefit of those who do not know, we built the building. That's one part of it. And there's a report for that. Now the global grant equips the building. And so the processes to that is what we're saying, that it was almost like a one-man show. I know that on this floor, we have been here that will ask questions from the committee members. And they said they don't know anything about it because Dr. Amen was the one who started, she was like the one spearheading the whole project, even though she was the chairman, but she was the one spearheading the project. And we asked questions on this floor that how come you guys are supposed to be like the committee, whereas because one person is not around, we cannot get the cost for that. I'm saying that those infractions are something that we need to look for at so that we do not repeat. Because already now we have heard if this happened once, it happened second time. Now we're all adults here, and we are even leaders of companies and every other thing. I don't know.
I leave that to us to decide what to do.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, now.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay. Rotary President, the issue we are discussing is a very important issue. Equally, there are lessons to be learned for the future. You will recall that there were attempts to know what was going on, but deliberately, Rotarian Amy did not want to be vulnerable, so she just covered everything up. And we were saying that, but in closure, we felt that the name of the club is involved, and so whatever we needed to do, we needed to protect our club. That was what happened. It's different from the building. The building, there was a report, I was the chairman of that report, and the report was fake, not minding what have you. But with global grants, we are thinking about the future. And so we are saying that, okay, how can we have a closure to this transaction in a way that it will not affect our club in future? I think we really need to get that. It's not that people do not ask questions. It's not that. Granted that people did not have paid as much attention. And that's why she had an advantage. But that does not mean that. I remember even on this floor, some of us recommended that we should write to Ally and that she should be changed as the contact person. So please, I don't want us to let us just close it properly, and then ordinarily for global grant, we should have a standing committee. Their job with every global grant, they will be there and we will change the team members. So that would be my own. Thanks. God bless you.
Okay, Alaji Olajupo, on this same matter.
Thank you, my own president. When we are discussing issue like this, it's like the postmortem. What we are doing now is like the postmortem exercise. When the person is there, now apply this for him. The person is already there. No matter how powerful the person is, the person cannot work. I want to take it from my when responsibility is given. If you don't have the time to carry it out, just opt out. Now that we are discussing amen is not tired. And basically, we have one or two amongst us that have to be our friends or whatever that go and feed out what we have discussed, either adding to it or subtracting from it. But what I want to say that when the committee is set up, whether you have the chairman or otherwise, what are the members doing? The members who has a duty to communicate to the president that the committee I belong to is a one-man show, and I want to come out. Or that will be a communication between the committee member and the leadership of the group. So whether you participate or you don't participate, the issue of collective responsibility binds you as a member of that committee. That is the truth. So if I discuss any shortcoming modality, the other the reported whatever or not, the entire member of that committee, because it is a more or less an insecurity of purpose to the flow. When you are a member of the committee and you are not participating, or you are not allowed to participate, you go on the meeting to report back that this committee I have, and we are not participating for the meeting. So when that one was not done, the report was submitted. The president said the report was not submitted. This is a documentary evidence. There's no way you can make a claim otherwise on it. Once it's documented, but I want the president to look into this. Whether that report was submitted absolutely by DP and Bola, or it was not submitted absolutely by the IPP, so that we will know what we are in the future. Why this is a committee that charged with the responsibility of managing about 32 million naira in global grant. It's not a joke. It's not really a joke. Argentina, responsibility in the monitoring and
Okay, after PhD, I just said we need to move forward on this issue, please. PhD, I just said that. I'm sure you want to tell us suggestion. The way to move forward, that's what we want to hear from you, sir. Yes, sir.
I've said this earlier. What I said, what people just said. You use the word postmortem. President, listen to one. It was postmortem that he has been done on it. And going by his word, a lot of us know that the committee also erred. The president himself also erred. Now, we are looking at future, like I said earlier. There are not about it again. But let us listen to it. As a sitting president, you are a member of all committees. If any committee is going wrong, you have the right as president to stop them. Which the president not do. Maybe they don't know their level of prerogative right. We are saying it now, but those that are here, and that's it coming. In a such situation, the president has the right to use prerogative right to stop whatever they are doing. Because at the RI level, you are well known, you are a member of this place. That's why RI said you should sign up. Going back to your point, because the president submitted that the issue of project, no matter has dusted, done and dusted, that's what you use. And it is true, done and dusted. What we are looking at is for vision, that such things should not happen again. And for the president, you must use your right. Thank God, please, yeah, you are here, they are listening now. Any issue that has to do like this, you have the right to use your office as prerogative right for as president to stop them. Even with the agreement, you have the right to go to the bank and nobody to take anything here. Take for example, if the government takes over the government, what happens? You follow foreclose all the accounts. You go to the bank yourself and say, okay, I'm the president of social, don't release any money. The bank will listen to you. But the president, if there is problem, everybody will come back to you, not individual. So the whole thing stopped on the presidency. What we are talking for future, all the committee members also are part of this problem. But I said earlier, don't let us play politics. We have played a lot of politics here. It's not helping the club. That is the truth. I've said this several times. You can lose me, no problem. But the right is what you say. Thank you.
That's well said from our PAG. Thank you so much, sir. So, distinguished Rotarians, I will still repeat it again. I'm going to say it well again. That Rotarian Amy came to the club during one of our meetings. Well, we had already finished. She came to submit a report. I said after the meeting, we closed. Yes, I said after we have closed the meeting. She submitted the report to me. I demanded for it when RI said I should authorize. And I said I cannot authorize what I don't know about. I need to see the report. And she came, she brought the hard copy and she submitted. Then I did the authorization. So for global grants, we've closed it. And also, if you want to read about the reports, we have global grant reports on RI portal, on the global grant portal. You can also read it there too. But the hard copy is with the secretary. If you want to view it, you can contact the secretary. So moving forward, please, all committee members, the chair, please always carry your members along. For committee members, you may be called upon to give report on any committee that you belong to. You have the right to question your chairman, tell them what you want to know. Let them tell you what you want to know, so that whenever you are called upon, you'll be able to talk and talk right. Please, for global grants, is done and dusted. For future purpose.
Hello, my president. Hello, my president.
Okay.
And then when you are doing this somewhere, I doubt that it's best.
Okay.
You said you can make it at the end of the meeting to come and submit. Is that the right way to do it? Let's not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to drag us back. Apologies. You see, she came to submit and after much this and much this. You know, your summation matters a lot. You know, for future reference. You know, and that's why I beg to differ. That's not the, please let it be known. I'm saying that that's not the best way to do it.
Okay, let it be known that.
That's not the best way to do it. She did that just because Emma Somile, let me just bring it. You know, that's why I came. You understand? But that's not the best way to do it.
That was what we've been saying all along. What as it is now, moving forward.
President, please, I have something to say. Which I'm on the meeting.
And the committee members are
my president. Can I say something?
If we leave that thing, and
my president, can I say something?
My
president, can I say something, please? My president.
It doesn't matter whether it's on the global ground portal. You can put anything
my
you want on the global ground portal.
Can I address what PP
will not be embarrassed for that report on that portal because you can put anything you want there, no problem. But like my age is just saying there. You know, another time when we do this, nobody will question it now. When we have another one to do, that's when we may be embarrassed. So that's why we're saying that I hope that those members of the committee they are sent to it.
My president, can I say something, please?
Somebody online. We have somebody talking online.
Yes, it's Rotary and Amen online. My president, Rotary and Amen is online.
Okay, you have it now.
Okay. Good morning, my president and fellow Syrians. I want to say this out now. Yes. I want to say this out now. Immediately.
Okay, we cannot hear you.
After we did that global grant project, the committee, the larger committee for the global grant, which the president then.
Nobody is hearing you. The network is bad. We cannot hear you.
A member
so
of that.
Can we move forward? Let's move on. Our meeting venue. Meeting venue.
I called for
our meeting venue.
Meeting. I said for report presentation. And we were. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
That can treat that any committee that don't do very well without the right to subject. That is what all the commission will hold responsible for whatever comes. That will be our decision.
Okay.
So that the secretary will have that. When we are coming again, that any that anywhere, we can refer to that.
All right. I will take it here. Give me that. Rachel, you want to say something?
There are two ways to it. Any committee that the president perceives not doing well can be brought to a discussion in the club assembly or a board meeting before the solution. But if any president is given the power to promise or have approved some anybody, we are going to run into issues. If the president perceives in the world things that the committee is not doing well, yes, she can pick them up. He or she can pick them up. Discuss it before the solution.
Please, PhD, sir. Can somebody pass?
Hello, my president. Hello.
Only do Rotary in the bedroom.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. We are saying that because we have young Rotarians among us, they are learning. And this is going to learn. So if you use that word and nobody raised any observation, tomorrow somebody else will probably use the same thing. That's my observation. Thank you.
Hello.
Please, you are a leader, my
Hello.
Rotarian leader.
Hello.
Okay, keep your Hello.
Hello.
Can somebody pass the mic to him, please? Okay, that is it.
It's better for us to have a new team that will be effective, and going forward, we can know what's on that.
Okay.
I don't want to be part of that meeting anymore.
All right, thank you, Christina Jibola. That's a suggestion. That's a new global grant, a standing committee for global grants that we should have it. The old global grant committee that we should dissolve it. Now, somebody make a motion for that. Can we adopt that, please?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So for us to adopt it now, you move that motion.
Hello.
VP Jimmy Jibola, please. I want you to move it properly, sir.
Okay. My help president, I move the motion to dissolve the existing global grant committee so that we have a new one that's more effective for us moving forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, we have somebody that supported. By who? Please properly, sir. Please, we are learning. Please, somebody should pass the mic to me. We've learned that.
The president, I'm funding the motion that solve the existing global grant committee.
Thank you, sir. So the global grants committee, the last one we have now is dissolved. As at this moment, we don't have any global grant committee. Do we? Are we going to another one? We don't have any. We don't have any. Have another one. We need to have another one. Now. Okay, so we'll decide that later. Okay, this is assembly. Think we should leave it. We'll think about it and we'll come back. Ratify it. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. Meeting venue, please. Our meeting venue. So I'm doing okay with my advice that we should do an investment and so on. What are we doing about the meeting venue? Please, can somebody pass the mic? The meeting venue. From the last assembly. My president and Williams.
I want to take this out that my spirit and enthusiasm to have the kind of approach to having a club assembly has not been the club assembly or clubhouse. Clubhouse now. I'm just okay. Clubhouse. I've not been very encouraged. You know, over time, I've gone out, get a lot of things, buildings, lands, posted it to the platform of the committee that is saddled with that responsibility.
And I discovered that nobody was even saying anything. Nobody was interested. And I can't continue since I'm not the only one that is interested in the model that I suggested to the club. So with that, I just felt maybe because Rotary do not encourage Rotary that do not encourage us having buildings, maybe that is the reason. Our people are just skeptical, but they don't even know how to do it. Otherwise, by now, we're supposed to have started something. In the platform there, we have about 6 or more of such findings that have done. That's why the fact that some are so expensive, we have some that are not. It involves money, I know, and the country is so high. But then, the little words of encouragement on that platform would have given me hope that we are really in need. So I don't know. Maybe that will also, this committee will also go in the line of this program that we just love it and let us
I want to disagree with okay. Number one, the committee should not be dissolved. I think Rotary and Bureau still need to do more. Yes, so need to do more. The pictures and all those information given to us, not detail us. There's those information need to be accompanied with proposal. Give us proposal. People will key to it, but we don't have proposals. I'm talking this morning. So she'll go back and work out proposal for us. Don't key to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I have your
President, I want to.
So the line of the council chair. Aja, maybe you have forgotten, man. You promised us at the 2 last club assembly that you come and make a presentation to the club assembly on the modus operandi of that business model. That is supposed to come first so that we buy into that presentation, adopt it, before we now start discussing on those things you are throwing onto that platform. Maybe you forgot, but that was what you promised them, that you bring forward a proposal and a presentation to the club assembly.
All right, PhD, over that time, we have the floor.
I think I agree in that.
Somebody pass this mic, please.
What I think we have said, if you look at promise a particular presentation, if you want to understand the model and how convincing the house about the workability of that model, it will be difficult for people to read it. So I think it's not that people are not interested. It's not that they are not encouraging enough, but I think maybe first things should come first. So even myself, your question, I don't think I can have it. And since Rotary, we have been encouraged that Rotary can go into the bedroom now. I'm sure that European knows exactly how this thing can work. Maybe just try to go. And I'm sure it's clear that if you don't have a building, you see, in NGO world, let me just educate you. In NGO world, if you ask to be given money, one of those things they look at is whether your office, you are the owner or not. If you are the owner, you can give me like 20 marks. And Rotary is just like that. So if you have a building of our own, that will increase our profile tremendously. And so we should do everything to encourage that we have our own building. Thank you.
That's all right. Sorry, sir. I want us to have Rotary first, then you. PhD, sir. Okay, Rotary.
My Rotarian president, other Rotarians. I think that my own comment is simple. I just want to beg Rotarian Europe. You have done so what, I mean, the passion in which she gave us, I remember some meetings back, the passion in which she gave us a report and how she wanted to move about it and how she believed in it. But we're really grateful and we want you to continue with that. Don't feel, yeah, don't feel discouraged. And we are really looking forward to it, even if you don't understand it, just take us as true. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalie. That's a nice one. So this about the committee is undissolvable. We cannot dissolve it. Thank you. So if you don't get, you still have to come up with the whatever you said you're going to come up, that you're going to present to us, please. We'll give you time to do that, ma'am.
You has been encouraged by the member. You should remember there's history in anything you are doing. One meeting, please. One meeting. You know that we are trying to do today. If she started it, let us talk for her. Let us talk for her. She started it.
Thank you. Look at those that are not
If you have done that successfully, this is what we should be successfully.
Yes.
So what we should do, we should give her and the committee a timeline to come with presentation. Thank you, my president.
Thank you. My president, I want to appreciate all the members. You see, this club, when we gone out, we talk like this. I've been here, even on that platform, I presented the way you should go. And I remember the people that I came and I spell out how, you see, writing a proposal, though, in that copy, it's not as simple as you feel it should be. This is something that sometimes you will even give it out to a professional, you know. However, I will do it. But I want you to remember something, that this is not the first time we discourage novel ideas. If I were to go by the discouragement given at the beginning of that Jonathan, by a lot of members here, no, to let people know. At that moment, when I conceived that idea that come, we are going to have it, a lot of people were looking at me as, even when I started with my own money to do the foundation. The first foundation was local. And they removed God for that time, and we have to go to that. Members were just looking at me and say, this thing, how do you get shape? And they started thinking, all right, okay, so we are done with our meeting venue. Business of the day for that club assembly, for the last club assembly. And this club assembly, a decision was made after a vote of to consider sustaining the club as an all area or made voluntary to our members. And a decision was made with a vote of 15 against 14. That area should be made voluntary going forward. So, that's on Erin, please. Our people.
My co-president, fellow Rotarians, following that club assembly, you know, I remember I said it was constitutional. I think it was my bylaw, but I was wrong, right? So what I did was I went to all the meetings because I was the secretary in 2018, 2019. And in the club assembly we had, dated 13th of December 2019. I'm going to post it on the platform so that all of us can see it now. That's all. Okay. 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 What is there? Let me read the resolution. That's all. So the resolution states that remove or retain area. This was sponsored by Rotary and attorney. 21 of 32 voted to keep area as part of the club dues. That was the resolution, and we agreed that we remain an all-area club following that. So my own concern is, what is the essence of having club assembly? We make resolutions, and then we have another club assembly changing the resolution. It doesn't appear serious to me, so I'll share this on the platform. Thank you. My concern is this, and that is what we want our club to note going forward. That whatsoever club assembly decision we take, whenever there's a review of constitutions and bylaw, such should be put into the law. And that is what will make us to only do the right thing and helps development. That's what I'm saying. As we are subject, whenever we have any resolution at the club assembly, the constitutional or bylaw review that we follow, we should put such in the bylaw so that it will stand as a law. Thank you.
Okay,
I understand that this particular issue caused a lot of uproar. I mean, I think we need to add it for another meeting. I mean, we could put it to vote anyway. Okay, yeah, we put it to vote, and we lost. But suffice to say, I lost. Suffice to say that, and I still maintain my position that some of the things, when we get to the district level, some things make us tick, and that's that we are a leading club. We support the district in a lot of levels, and I mean, we are an A-list club, and that's part of it that says that we are an all-area club. I'm sure other things to help us to get to that level. And so I think it's something else, it's something that we need to visit at this time. Yeah, nothing says that, yeah, we took that decision then, and it was killed. But I still am maintaining that we should be doing that.
But Nigeria is giving us another club assembly where it was agreed that we are all any club.
So that's what it says.
Yeah.
I think I agree to that. Thank you. Please don't let Akama say anything. If there was a bit louder, you have to talk.
Please, Rotary, you are muted. Can somebody please share? Please, can we have one share to the idea? Nobody should
Yeah.
President Gewa, please help us to have chairs on this side, please.
Madam President. We are waiting for you to come, Abi. We are waiting for them.
Please, we are waiting for them. Nobody should start that back. President Khadija, we are waiting for you.
There are spaces in that people. We have not agreed. We said we should wait for all of them first. President, can I go ahead?
No.
Are you president?
Please let us be seated.
I will go president. I will go. Madam President.
All right, we have to cross that.
No, I wasn't at this meeting at the Global Assembly, that's Global Assembly. Then thank God that one of us, and he was the secretary at that time, I pointed out I believe that if should be removed, it's supposed to emotion to repeat that particular decision. Since there was no motion to repeat that decision, the decision that was read out by PE should stand.
Okay.
We have acted in error. That was the case.
That's it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
My President, I think for all of us, it's special. Aside from those who are very new in this law, the club as a brand that is promoted by all of us that have been here for several years. We know the country is bad. The situation that nobody took that decision here is well respected. But if you are here on the biggest visit, when it was mentioned that we decided to remove Eric, I think those of us who are here, who are serious enough to listen, we knew the implication of what that DG said. That it was something they felt that Omole-Golden of all club will go back in time to go to where they have never been and even cross to be behind. So that is aside. Number two is that decision was too unilateral in the sense that you said we should not be, Eric should be voluntary. What that means is that the global grant that we had last year was based on those sentiments of what we have been doing in contributing to Eric and to so many other things as far as TRM is concerned. Why do we want to go back on that? Number three, are we saying the voluntary should be for existing members? What about those who are coming in? Are you saying new members should be nil in terms of hearing? So I think we need to amend this decision with another motion. If it cannot stand as advised by PhD, I just said, if it cannot stand, my conclusion and question.
PhD would have been helpful. I'll call you. Fine. My country chair, I'll call you.
My Rotary president.
You will call me now.
Let me say this, why I have not spoken, I've been recognized by the mistake. Before I say anything, let me remark to the reaction of PhD Akabo, which is really unwarranted. It's uncalled for. It's at the discretion of the president to call anybody. You may have place your finger anyhow. It is entirely a prerogative to say, I want you to speak or not. Please take note of that. Clearly, the truth about Eric is it has given us a lot of knowledge. I agree that it may not really be part and parcel because that's the situation some people approach. But I counter those people by saying that we have bylaw, and bylaw says we should be all eligible. Now, the implication of that bylaw is that you have a choice to go to another club if you see you do not have capacity to pay along with your other dues. And so for that purpose, you are rather than compelling us not to charge that. We have clubs that are all Polaris friends, you recall. And we are actually pushed. I recall that in one of our council meetings, we agreed within the council that a minimum of $500. I think some council members are here. Yes, and we are actually pushing for $1,000 for every council member every year. So please, for whatever may have transpired, remember that we have as a club target every year. And that target we will have been able to generate from every a minimum of $10,000. And we'll be left with just about 15,000. So you will know that about 2/3 of the money has been contributed. If we do not include it as part of mandatory payments, chances are that for not really a good number of us would not pay every. And it doesn't really augur well. I think let's just appeal to our emotions and appeal to the fact that the club benefits from. And I know that a good number of us want the club to grow. My aspiration is to become an all-Irish club. And if you can't do that, please let us not go backwards. When you mention the issue of country is hard, it is when the country is hard. That's when you need to give more to the poor, isn't it? Yes. That's when you need to give more to the poor. At least it is hard. So please let's take note. Thank you.
Thank you, PhD. Can we have pleasure come on here?
Thank you, President. First of all, I want to apologize for my reaction. I was not annoyed because I was the first person to raise up my hand, and the president is not recognizing me. So I'm very sorry for that reaction. Now, what is the issue? Now, to the issue of that. We are talking about bylaw. How do we come about bylaw? We should ask that question. How do we come about it? Every 3 years, we amend our club bylaw. All those amendments are the result of club assembly. Normally, we normally constitute a new constitutional review committee. All those decisions that are taken during club assembly are now incorporated into the bylaw. What PE was voting is outdated for 2019 bylaw. The essence of us having club assembly is to take decision to amend that law. And we are taking that decision at the last club assembly. We had a vote. What is next is for us to incorporate it into the next bylaw. So that decision has overtaken that 2019 bylaw. All our decisions from bylaw, the past bylaw, are decisions of the club assembly. So it is not right, it is wrong for P or I just said to be saying that what we did was illegal. No! That is the truth. Decision has been taken. Is it? Decision has been taken, we voted. It was a very hot atmosphere. What we need to do now is to incorporate it into the next dialogue.
Okay, we have PhD to first, because he said he wants to talk after our council. Please, our leader, please.
I'll pray my indulgence to please. I'll pray our indulgence to please.
1 hour, please, 1 hour.
So please let us apply the necessary seriousness and attention to this matter. I'm just begging us. This is a club. We didn't just get here by accident. We have passed through series of times like this that we had to look at ourselves in the face and tell the truth in order for us to make progress. So this one too will go down in history. We will remember today in the future. And those of us who have been there for some time will understand what I'm talking about. Now, I am going to address this issue on the note of the last speaker, the council chairman, my very good friend and brother, who took over from me as the president of this club, who is the #3 most senior past president in Omole-Golden. I'm not trying to be personal. And he took over from me as chairman of the council of past president. Now, when we talk about the progress that this club has made over the years, it has been part and parcel of them. It has witnessed them. I said it in all sense of sincerity. This is the first time. This is the first time that this is the first time that PhD Akano will honestly argue against something that we have achieved in the past for us to modify that thing. All the things we have done together. MM is here. PhD Adosa is here. Some other people have been here at that any time. It has been part and parcel of me. The interesting thing is that this is happening at a time when, at leadership level, all of us will defer to him when it comes to coordinating the activities that will take us to as a club. The first question is, out of all of us that are here in this club, who joined this club without knowing that this club is an all-Eric club, that Eric is part of our group? If there's anybody who did not know, but at least you are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, people, yes. Now, are we together? I appreciate your honesty for raising. I use that question because I want to illustrate something. Where I'm going is that we all found Omole-Golden in a particular shape. We saw so many clubs before we joined. Some of us have even gone to fellowship with other clubs. And it is that make this club tick, that makes it attractive. As well as some of us that the interview committee will try to discourage, we will do everything to make the person want to join eventually. But they will not happen because at the end of the day, and the DG came, like IPP has said. Some of us, I would say that we were embarrassed by that we're trying to undo our stance as far as this matter is concerned. So it's not about Club Assembly 2019, Club Assembly 2020 or whatever. And I'm appealing to us. So let us not look at this thing just on the personal note. Those of us who are saying we should pay area along with abuse, we are not better, we are not richer than some other people. It's not like that. It's just because this club is a brand. And in our own individual life, we will never want to go back. May God never allow us to go back. How many of us have changed the schools that our children attend because they have high fees? How many of us? How many of us have changed residences from back from Odoru and gone to Akute? So these are the things. No, that's not. I said the for when the students are going to another place. Trinity, the whole of it, has been the violence of Akute. And that they are planning to pay to all. So it goes right there. So let us assume that Rotary Club of Omole-Golden is our name. That's what we are carrying as an individual. We going to relate to this matter on ground. On the final note, my president, let me draw attention to something again. I can be contradicted. Like out of about 35 of us that come to club regularly and participate in club activities, out of 35, you will find out that nothing less than 20 of us will spend more than 65,000 or 70,000, which is this area we are talking about, on social activities between July 1 and the end of September. Not less than 20 of us. It's about putting these things in proper perspectives. Now, the issue is that, yes, I like Italian. But you see, as Nigerians, it's also important that we make ourselves conscious of
one now, please.
We make the consciousness in ourselves all the time about our primary reason for being in Rotary. We are not saying that we cannot spend all the money we have on parties. But the issue is, I have used this as an illustration. I'm appealing to your conscience as individuals. If you say that you don't want to pay every, but you can spend money on parties, how does that fit in? So I am just on the final note saying that we should not set this club back. As a matter of fact, as we stand today, I'm not sure there is any past president that will go to the district or go to anywhere. Some of us who have traveled abroad, we have told them in the diaspora that our club is an honorary club. That's part of the things that we post with. So why are we going to set ourselves back? Please.
All right, thank you, my PhD.
I want to appeal to all of us. I want to say that ordinarily, what has happened is a function of the leadership of the club. I, as the charter president, am taking responsibility. How do I mean? I was just staring and looking through this document from Nigeria. As a matter of fact, it has been part and parcel of the bylaw of the club. but there was an omission of those that worked on the bylaw after this exercise. This is a bylaw submission. I just take it now. And that is why I want to appeal. We should, on this basis, review our stance. And what is the review? When the economy is harsh, I want to appeal that we use the right word for our members. And I also want to take away our fear that anybody that does not pay any will be terminated. I know quite a large number of members who has approached me to say that won't happen. But for the stand of making our club I believe that the Lord will continue to bless all of us. Let us come in line with what the Bible has said, regardless of the ovation that has happened. And that is why people like Rotary and Akamo is talking the way he's talking. Because we have allowed for that lacuna. That is when we got ourselves where we are now. But not to be happy, I'm appealing. Please, I'm taking responsibility and I'm appealing that we should ourselves and come in line with what we hope our program. And I believe God will continue to bless us. Thank you.
Thank you, our Doyen. Well, is this still in line with still on Erin? Are we still talking on Erin? I will call you. I will. Okay. Rotary Rachel. I have the floor. A quick one. Two things hit me this morning about him. The first thing was what is AJ said. Now we have killed the cash shopping. Then when the China president said we have to cooperate to buy one, then I got hospital. I remember when I joined this club a couple of years ago, I was just told how much I was to pay. In fact, barely 1 month I was inducted as a Nigerian. I never asked for breakdown. I just went. And by the grace of God in death, I just went. It was later I understood what Eri meant. Nobody told me what Eri was all about. You know, and that is what happened with almost all the members. And I also want to say that nobody has ever complained. I've never heard that we cannot do anything in Omole-Golden. I've never heard of it. Something brought it about. I think it was the exchange rate that initiated that condition of whether we can go with them or go with them. So to me, as the last club I said, because I voted against it, it was not because I did not want club to be all compliant, but because I felt there could be a way how we can dodge some expenses. That exchange days that made nonsense of Naira. And all of us were getting here, couple weeks what we were coming out from. We are all coming out of the session, COVID-19 and all that. Businesses were done, things were not really well. Everything was not like that. So to me, when we took that decision to vote last club assembly, it was not to remove Eri totally. It wasn't. It was to suspend temporarily. I remember I went there. That until this, that was the word. Nobody that voted against Eri wanted Eri out of Omole-Golden because we did not want our standard to go down. We all here, whenever I stand in member of Omole-Golden, you see the kind of way they look at you. And when people want to join, when they see us, I brought a couple of people here, when they see how good USA, they sometimes because they check themselves.
So nobody that voted against them, it has the mind to give Omole-Golden from and hold everything. It was situational. We said the exchange was bad until it proves. That was the word. And that's what I'm saying. That nobody here wants to degrade or bring that bad Omole-Golden. But it was a situation that warranted. We said until exchange removes. It was not an intention to remove it totally. I was in that meeting. That was my solution on this.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Rotary. Rotary, a very big one, please.
I know what areas, and I've gone to or participated in international conferences where I have been and have information as far as this is want to be I said in the last meeting that I personally have stopped reading literatures of Rotary, and any woman I am sorry to be to lead Rotary and go to the community and start to within my community will forever remember my name. Now, we talk about I do in our time of still everything here the time what to do. And I do review my report, consider some things in between that 3 years and we'll come up with the committee, we submit all to them, and eventually they will come to the assembly and we have about it. Such was done in our surprise when the past president was saying that what happened there should go again. That after that, that decision was made. Then, when the last time when she was emphasizing on as that I don't choose not the phone, I was born. Now, she did a solution. When this one in practice in this law, now we only go ahead to delete a member because of every. And what makes you to be a Rotarian is your annual fee. Who means that annual fee is every year? And you can always encourage each other to work to contribute. Even if we say that members should not be treated because of and some people that sat down there with them try to win. Now, in the last meeting, we can always encourage ourselves to pay we have ways of raising funds for Rotary Foundation in India. My sister had a once in where we only pay money. Here we said get at times to raise. I saw one on the platform who said I have to put you 8,000 there, and I think people are okay. I thought they could do that. I'm going to make my own contribution. It's also going to that foundation. We have on several occasions deleted members in this floor because of if we go by the fine by December, let us give everyone who has paid 100,000 there. From the record on the platform, just as I see people, 6 persons or 7 that are paid that are not this everyone. We should look for them to retain. Let me let that's what I'm going to let me say what I have in my in my family.
Just calm down.
I know of someone that we start for who are who can 6,000 out of 100,000. 1,000 my calculation remains less than 10,000 naira to complete the annual due of that person, which we can still retain the membership of that person because Rotary was something on the 50 for what operation. It's not really there because we just went there. Fine, you don't need to come to the house and tell everybody that, oh, you lost the job or what have you. Even to the extent that some people even promise to pay it to you, and surprisingly, the money is stolen. And people thought we are also surprised when saw the same among the names of people.
All right, thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you for your commission. And I think what you just brought up now has been debated, and we had already discussed it at the board level. The person you are talking about, we discussed it at the board level. It's not everybody that knows what happened to me. So, and I already said in the care should take charge of that. Please, On airing, Golden Rotarian. Okay. Okay, I don't say anything again. Okay. A quick one, just for yours.
My co-president and Rotarians. I just don't want to say so much. Rotarian, they just spoke out of what I want to say. But if a brand, if Rotary Club of Monitoring now, I'm not going to say at any time we should say we are not an all-airing club. What we can do, you understand? Everybody, pay your annual dues. The area, you can be paying 10,000 as you come for meeting. Before you know it, you will finish paying the area because it's part of your grant. You understand? That's what I wish, just to know what the country is. Some that are shouting, we must be all airing club. Some of them are actually to some other people, but will come here and say we are on the top. Let's be realistic. Let's be truthful to ourselves. Things are hard, things are difficult. We can only encourage ourselves. When you encourage people and have extra to help, so we can just encourage ourselves to pay this up. Before you know it, before the end of this Rotary year, you'll find that the majority, if not all, have paid the area. All right, so going back and forth, it's just for us to let's have the right word to speak this mind and move on. Thank you.
Thank you. Rotary just said we can do 10,000. And that's the word of encouragement. If we do 10,000, maybe every 2 months, every 1 month, 5,000, just keep it there. You better, you know, it is 65,000 naira against the outside 78,000 naira. So, and I also want to state it here that nobody is deleting any member because of not being able. We are not. What was past year, but this Rotary year that I am the president, we are not deleting anybody because of everything. Yes, we won't delete anybody because of everything, but we will employ everybody to contribute into everything. Please pay. It makes simple. The president was so smooth and so good by Rotary that 10,000, 5,000. By the time you know it, the 65,000 you are done with it. And God willing, maybe in the nearest December or sometime January, the dollar will crash and we'll go back to where we were before, and we'll be able to pay. We'll just be able to pay at once. My chair family we care. Is it that you want to be caring for people? Okay, admin is with you. She should be the person in charge to answer that question. Chair admin is beside you.
Madam President, I just wanted to collect one motion when because some people are always in other places. That really doesn't matter. It shows the law that they have for the floor. If you are going to the check the down and you still want to pay every day, it shows the law you have to pay. So
it's not for you. For humanity.
It doesn't matter. Second one. The second one is what Dr. Ajani said. See, Dr. Ajani, and I like how we are doing this morning. We are mature and we are all, you know, we are leaders of industries here. We are being mature. If we have a problem about it, that's just like the last meeting. We put it to a vote. And you know, nothing says, but sir, what is there? If you notice God said we can come together today. Of course, we'll have given a notice that we want to change our bylaws. And we can come together today and change the bylaws. It is that the new law. It really doesn't matter what we have done last 4 months ago or whatever. It really doesn't matter.
Okay,
we can do it. So that's what I just wanted to.
Okay, now excuse me. Now I'm going to take PH adjusted and I'll take Victorian. After that, we're going to close this area issue. Please, PH adjusted, you have the floor.
Well, I have a mission.
I say I have an issue when it comes to the issue of rules and procedure. Nobody's perfect. All these laws are the guidelines. That's it. I'm not saying the sitting president or past president don't know what they are doing, but I want you to be listening to what I'm saying now. You need to go through the bylaw, read it from party to party. It's important. You only after take some decision without going through the bylaw procedure. They are just mentioning. If anybody wants to come to this assembly, want to share anything, I want to take note of that henceforth. Any issue that this listing is important. We cannot begin to go forward and backward when we have a constitution that guide us. We have Bible, we have Quran that guide Muslim and Christian. So also our bylaw, they are guiding principles. We must go in line with Bible and of the constitution. Henceforth, anybody want to do amendment, we must have 10 information 10 days in line. The same president should be on top of all this. That is one. Two, just now, Rotary just told me that what is a parameter of observation? Let the president say you. I'm still on my feet. Now, Mr. President, I'm still talking. President,
Now, my chair. Let him finish.
It is my point of order has to do with the notice. The last club assembly, the president specifically said the purpose of that club assembly was to discuss area. There was a notice, even more than 10 days before that notice. There was a notice, like more than 10 days. There was a notice. So I'm not correcting that.
It was on annual due, not on airing. It was on annual due. It was on annual due, not airing. Please.
Okay, I'll make my points as that.
One now.
The president and the president did not that.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, we cannot ask me now. Sir, yes. Many of our young children don't know what training is all about. Let us train on 1 minute. Let us train on Taylor. Also, the membership here should do more. All the committee members should do more. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, for all the new Rotarians that doesn't know what area is, our AG, this is part of what we want to do this month. We are bringing the chair Rotary Foundation at the district level. So our club at the last fellowship of this month. So that he's going to talk to us on what is Rotary Foundation. And Rotary Foundation encompasses the polio, the annual, everything, because everything that you need to know about Rotary Foundation will be broken down into pieces for you. And everybody will understand that. This is Rotary Foundation month, so we need to be enlightened. We'll be knowledgeable about it. Thank you. Doyen, and he is the last person I want to call on.
Let us put this matter to rest with the following charge. Let us continue to encourage ourselves. No, or no, this should be done in love. Let us use the right words. The right words when we want to approach ourselves for things. And essentially, it shouldn't be a basis anymore for anybody's name to be deleted because of it. It's a fundamental issue that actually a lot of issues. So in much of the world, repeating names because of very, we should avoid it. And all in all, it's not the courage to make contribution to the Rotary Foundation, because it is not only of our profile the way it's said. Ultimately, qualifications of governance is actually centered on our contribution. Thank you, and God bless.
I say, if they don't clap for the doing, no sense. Okay, thank you, Golden Rotarian. The take from this issue now is that we are not deleting, I'm still repeating, but please support the Rotary Foundation. Area is part of Omole-Golden. Omole-Golden is an area club. That is our family. Please. But we are not going to delete anybody. There's no, in fact, we will not delete. Please pay. I will know that you are responsible for them. We won't delete anybody. Please support the foundation, do the needful, continue to make Omole-Golden proud, and I'm very sure that everyone must have had that encounter. That when you mention the name of the club that you belong to, people bow. People raise, they remove their cap as in well, that's the usual thing. So please let us remain what we are. The golden, now when I go tarnish edge on please. Don't let it be tarnished, don't let it better. So let us remain what we are. Omole-Golden is an all-area club. Thank you, Rotarians. God bless you all. Okay, so we go to the business of the day. Yes, so. Okay, we are done with the global grant. Election. Okay, so we should take it away. We close global grant. We are closing election. This election will be discussed at the board level. Okay, it's not a club assembly. Okay, it can come under AOP. All right. We've done area, then our clubhouse. Now, are you my okay? We've done clubhouse, so now we're on AOB. AOB. No, Rotary and Danny. AOB. Rotary and Amen, you have before. AOB. You're on AOB. Rotary and Amen, we're not talking about global grant. We have prepared global grant. I don't want us to go back. Please. My president, I don't want us to go back. I don't want us to go back. My president. Good morning once again. Good morning. I still remember that one of the four Rotary forward is it fair to all concerned? So I was online and I was talking, but you said you couldn't hear me. So it's better for me to
here.
And at that online, I was also saying that we have moved past that.
No, you said you couldn't hear me.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay, then you can. Thank you very much.
Please, a quick one, please.
It will be a good one. I want to start by saying that that report we kept talking about, I submitted it on the 19th of November.
Okay.
We had an internal global grant committee that we had agreed that we should form a larger house.
Okay.
And Rotary was a member of that committee.
All right.
Everything we did in that committee from day one, it was part of it.
Rotary, amen. Please hold on, point of order.
My fellow president, there's what you write it. A decision has been taken on an issue. We beneficial, we no, my fellow president. Let us follow the procedure. That issue has been small close. Thank you.
Okay, Alaji, you have the floor.
My fellow president, I believe issues addressed. Fundamentally, Rotary was not here because he want to attend to this meeting. That is the truth about it. He was here because he was compelled, maybe to want to clear issues as relates to activity, and he came when that issue had been addressed and closed. To be fair to her, we could have allowed her to express herself. But if we want to go through the process and the way it's supposed to be, since she couldn't come when that issue was addressed, we have to fix another day for her to come and address the house of city. Don't allow, it's like the National Assembly. When issues are addressed, they don't allow anybody to take them back. But if you want to get some that kind of structure, normal structure, then we allow her, yeah. But other normal circumstances, we should address
I know. Sorry.
I would have preferred to talk last. And I want to, I want to say it this way. This the submission of BP Go we cannot address the matter again. However, concerning fairness, it can be said here that that matter, she doesn't even need to bother herself because the cause of circumstance has fought for her in her absence. So, and there is justice of it. There's no any issue. Nobody's, if supposing there's a query that still existing, we'll say she come and say something about it. But there's nothing again. It is settled and it is good. And it is good for us to give it as that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So this is sorted. Another AOB, anybody on any AOB, Alaji, please. Can somebody pass the mic to one house, please. One house. One now, Rotary, please, you don't have a please. You don't have it. Please, please.
Thank you very much, the President.
One out, please, one out. We have a leader on the floor, please. Please. I like to have a floor.
Beyond side of them, honestly. Well, let's find out I want to appreciate the club for the honor brought to me on Monday. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of us. And God is in His mercy will continue to honor each and every one of us.
Amen.
Very forget. I appreciate the president. I appreciate each and every one of us for what you have done. God bless you all. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Okay, I will take our vice president. Somebody back. Good morning, my president. Good morning, my leaders and my fellow routines. I have a suggestion to the House, and I hope that my opinion and the suggestion, and this is it. I want to say that we all have interest in this globe. That is why we are all here today to serve the same humanity together as one, as a team. And as such, I feel that if for any reason, like the next election that is coming up, and we are all going for one office or the other, I feel that as part of the Constitution or the laid down rules of this law, it should be told whatever your responsibility that is being scheduled to you, and if this is your office, okay, this is what is going to come with that office. Like I said something, I was never a Rotary. I just wanted to serve humanity in my own way, and I came to join the club. And so therefore, some of the things that I was given the responsibility to do, some I have to learn on the job. And this one will say this one will say this one. I personally feel that, okay, you are coming in for the position of the secretary. This is what is expected of you. These are the things that you will do. You understand what I'm saying? Or maybe somebody will, I don't know how. I don't know, maybe that is available. Because I don't even have the constitution. I don't have the constitution when I came in. So I don't know. One house, please. 1 hour. Our PhD, please, you have the floor. Please pass the mic to him. Pass the mic to him. Pass the mic to him, please.
Rotary, let me continue.
Yeah. Thank God my learning president is there.
Thank God that all these issues coming up like this. It's not a matter of pride. When I go to the chief as a national government, when I get to any club, I'll take their social advisor. I will read from the beginning to the end. Majority of them, 99% we don't read it at all. And I'm used to defeated a lot of them. If I as a district, Madam Kistima, I looked at the eyes of the leaders in the district that they are causing problems in the district. People that are not performing their club, you are giving them position for authority here. How do you do that? They look at me and say, yes, you are causing problems. How can you do that? What I'm trying to say is this. The constitution by law take care of everything, every office.
club assembly, I mean, as he is now, he's a chairman and he's also a chairperson of other committee she may not know. Yes, yes. She almost belongs to all other committees. They don't know. When I was appointed as a district committee member, she called me. They put about 10 committees under me. During inauguration, those people they put under me, they are big dogs to note. They were looking at themselves. I said, DG, you have to do inauguration. When it was done, when I asked them, you have to report. They were being like, DG has to follow. And it was alone. I said, this is not what you have to know what you are doing. And every offices that is assigned, club assembly, vice president, deciding at time, everything you want to do, even the committee member is there. You see, that's why the PG was trying to force us that very day. It's like this club, we are too much of very making. And you like me because I'm saying the truth. We are too much of very making. You don't look at your club. You say, Ajani is talking. Ajani will talk because you look at the constitution and buy it very well. It's going to use it as a weapon. So all of us go, like my president advice you. As soon as we leave, we are going to send to our boss now. Go and read what is your office. Okay? In that office, every committee member, the president is also a member. Hello? Let us go to the constitution and read. All of us, it's good to very make it. Then you get to me for my son's wedding. There are people are still talking to tomorrow. But that is not enough. Yeah. All of us that are staff and district level, they know who are we because the club is doing well. And people get working there, they must do well as well. I told Rotary, I said, go and read the Bible, at least read it. If you told them, go read the Bible, you are just wasting your time. Don't just come here and warm flesh or go to party, I enjoy it for assembly. Thank you.
Okay, this man. They asked me that. Yeah.
One out one humanitarian president. The club leaders, fellow Rotarians. In line with what Rotarian I just said. I try
We were all both Rotarians because we take getting those kinds.
In order, I say good children are just the only other thing she can say is PhD adjustment. And perhaps the last one she may say to call the calling. You know, any of the three you are important. Correct.
Thank you very much. So I actually want to talk on induction of new members. I remember back then when I was an interactor, I went through almost 2 months training to become an interactor. And yes, because we are friends, I went through 2 months training before I became an interactor. I think it wouldn't be too much if an intending member should be trained for at least 1 or 2 hours before joining this division. If we all have, I didn't have a fundamental knowledge that I was paying, every included in my payment until after I joined. So all this information should be made available to all intending members so that we'll not be having all this back and forth. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, people don't get me. Please, can somebody pass the mic to us? No, Okay. What is our VP? Because she needs to hear this and know that. Anyway, I want to say this. Thank God that the election is just around the corner. So it will be an excuse for us, or for people that want to contest, to be saying they don't know what they are meant to do after taking the job. It's an indictment of whoever that's taking a position and does not know. Because I remember when you get inducted, there are a lot of books that will be given to you. ABC of Rotary, Constitution, Bible, everything. And I'm sure that a lot of us, after taking that part, we just dump them at home. Induction kit. Let that stop. Call induction kit. Induction kit. So now an election is coming. If you don't understand what that position you are vying for is, don't go for it. You don't have to. It's not by force. Let people that understand and intend to do it well go for that position. So it will be nice for you to now start coming that you don't know your schedule. The schedule of offices that well spelled out in the Bible. So that is what I want to say to everybody. Another election is coming. So please, if you don't know what you are vying for, go back and read before you go for it. And after going for it, you should know it. And at the end of the day, there's one person that is the president that would be in charge of every committee. So as a committee, you are a chairman of the committee, but there's a president that presides all over everybody. You understand? Like Rotary, I just said, I saw during my year, he was the committee administrator, club admin chairman. And when you see club admin chairman, just like what we give to Rotary and when I look at it and I saw that it was Rotary, I just said I was giving that position. In the whole of this, if you know, there's not of committees that this one, this, that, and that are under that committee. And he supervised them. So apparently people that were giving those positions, like you want to go and do this con, you want to be writer, you want to be this, they are all under club admin, district admin. So please, it is not good for us at this stage to be saying we don't know what your positions and what your schedules are. Let us correct that. And henceforth, election is coming. If you don't know what you want to do, don't apply for any position. Sit and learn first because you think that one is the position for everybody. Thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, all right.
Fellow Nigerians, I just want us to pay attention to an angle to this issue, which is something that can help us to make the progress that we are looking for. Maybe some of us who have passed through the civil service will understand where I'm coming from. Asia and our Asia Joseph in particular. When we talk about people who have responsibilities, not missing the chance to carry out their responsibilities, it is the chief executive officer that has the number one responsibility to ensure that things happen that way. Such that if chairman club admin tries to carry out the duty of chairman service project, the president is the one that will say, maintain your lane. That is not your duty. And as a matter of fact, the president himself or herself will be necessarily expected to be neutral and not to be seen to be involved in the execution of any project
because there's no activity that has not been named for a committee. So his or her own responsibility is to take the course, is to give directives, is to ensure that that person is allowed to perform his role or her role. Of course, for any reason, if a committee is drawing back to the extent that it's going to affect the success that the president wants to achieve on behalf of the rest of us, that president will not wait for that committee chair. So what I'm trying to say in essence that we need to balance it. After everybody has gone to training, this club went to training. I took picture at DTA with the president and her team. So why should we come back and then be discussing the issue of people not being able to function or knowing what they are supposed to do? If there is a nail to be watched somewhere, and that project is a service project, I'm using that as an example, the president will not buy the nail. He will ensure that the chairman brings a memo to say the nail is 5,000, and then she approves. All of us are working for the president. She's the one that represents us now to the end of this voting year. And she takes the glory on behalf of all of us. But as we said already, let everybody go back again, study what their roles and responsibilities are. I appeal to the president and future presidents to understand that it's their role to make sure that things fall in line. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my PhD, for that submission. Okay, we take Age now and move a motion. Okay. All right. After Age we take Rosa and Danny. And all right, sir, please.
My own president now. At the last meeting, I reeled out the calendar for election, and there was an observation that was made based on the based on the calendar, and that if salt was going to be infected, it has to pass through this kind of city. And since I'm here, I want to raise it. That this club is not a 30-member club, is not a 50-member club, is not even a 70-member club. We are much more than that. And so, at no point in time, should we wait to the last minute on the day of the election to close nomination for any office? It has happened in the past. I remember the last one, we had a series of situational issues that we had to manage on ground. And I'm saying it shouldn't happen again. So I'm moving that we at least close nomination 7 days before election. 7 days before election. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, Can somebody call the mic to me? Where is the mic? Can we call the mic? Please.
You definitely answer talk into this law. You guys are president.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking into this law. Yes, talk.
We are proud of you, sir.
Yes, talk. The first is chapter 2. The second one is
PhD Samuel.
Yes. My president, it's very, very unfortunate that AG of Tinubu was sitting very late. This issue is not about the case. What I mean by that is
You cannot move motion to this state to do that. The decision in line with position for this year to continue, status quo must remain. Then you want to move a motion that we should stop it, as you have highlighted. You have the next assembly is coming. Send motion of notice to member 10 days before that very thing. We will discuss it and ratify it before next year. Thank you, sir.
Okay, PhD, you have the floor, sir. On election.
Thank you, my president. Hello, Gerald. Mine is another twist to election. I am looking at suggesting to us that we consider something which, like we have said, we can't move the motion, or it's not even the motion, it's something that we require that we digest. When it comes to how we groom leaders in this club. And what exactly am I trying to talk about? In Rotary, whether at NOV or district level, everybody understands that the most fertile ground for learning hands-on in all of the offices that we hold in Rotary is the secretariat. Is the secretary. Is the most fertile ground. No assignment that you will hold in this club can give you opportunity to learn Rotary, because there's almost nothing that the president knows that the secretary will not know. They are copying them all the mails all the time at district and RI level. And by the time the president wants to even carry out the instructions or the activity, she will do it with the secretary. Committees are even supposed to work with the secretary. It's as important as that. But what happens in this law? Let's look at the trend. People, as we are sitting here, there are people who in their mind are wishing to be president of this law in the future. But when we call for nomination, when we call for nomination, they will not want to be secretary. They want some other people to come, run the secretariat, write all the minutes, do all the job, and return to the floor. And then when it is time to be vice president, they will come out and say they want to be vice president. And then we add, what is it called to it, service project. So the long and short of my admonition is that we should tinker with the idea of ensuring that we don't have presidents in the future that will not pass through the secretariat. And that is the practice in some blocks. You didn't get my point. We should tinker with the idea of ensuring that no president in the future emerges without having served as secretary. No, we are saying that we can't move motion here. Yes. I'm just so that when the motion is eventually moved, we all will have been able to come from an informed position to either shoot it down or hold the motion. Because, for instance, if this auntie becomes secretary now, I'm just using that as an example. Most people who are not willing and ready to toil day and night for the club to carry out that kind of assignment, they will be wondering why she should be nominated for the presidency, because they will say we are bigger, we are the one that have the cloud. Rotary is not a place where some people work for some people to earn benefits. So that is the spirit behind my submission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Dr. Ajani, please.
concern with the level of this law is to be reviewed every 3 years.
Yes.
I said earlier that within that 3 years, we will observe 1 or 2 things for 3 weeks. It will be like what my brother raised not quite well. Should be known immediately. So that when anything over, if they want to protect the part and parcel of things will be added to the inaugurated committee. That is one. 2, I said this, and I will read this in this house, that our club assembly meetings, our board meetings should always be posted possibly on the board platform or the strictly Rotary platform for like this, so that if at all there is any form of errors, it will be corrected before the meeting. Last, and my brother is able to publish something because it's the word on the special position concerning the office of the president. That if the president nominates a committee, as we have chair committee, what have you, and that committee is not functioning very well. If I remember and I quote what EAG has said, that the president has the right to remove that person from that office. And I think I have a question. How is supposed to, I think to something that is not wrong. People should come to this round, we should come to this round, people have stores, and not, there was no conclusion on that. And APA also says something similar to that when concerning the office of every members of this. But by the point when a member is not forthcoming or not doing well, the president have the sole right to remove that person from that office. That is my main question.
President, hello there. So, of all the situations, you want to answer to that question. All right. What the Rotary literature says is that when any officer, either appointed or elected, is found wanting, or by any reason there's a vacancy, either by way of the fact that he traveled out or is not doing well, the only way is to use the act of the board. That's what the law says. The president will table it at the board meeting that this is the situation, and the board will tinker and use the act of the board for the replacement. That is Rotary literature. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Rotary Ajani, I'm sure that has answered your question, and I'm also sure that you are aware of that even before now. So that is very good. Okay. Can we have somebody move motion for adjournment of this?
We're good at that thing, but your Lord knows.
Can we pass the mic to PH Joseph? Thank you.
I know. Only I know.
I said you are saying Sayo. I said I get somebody what to happen. Madam President, I'm a bit worried. What has happened this morning? I don't know what happened at the last club assembly. In club assembly, you have to pick up very, very well. But to me, I go bedroom, I go to root. I go bedroom, that's my style. Push me as being rich, well, that is my style. When we come to club assembly, it's not what you have this morning to support. Thank you.
All right. I did it. You want to make the motion for adjournment? All right, sir. Okay, please go ahead, sir. My PP. My PP. We are going to close now. Everyone to go home. One house.
My own president. Yeah. So I raised a concern. And the response I got, he addressed the concern. Because fundamentally what the concern is to address the process. Okay? It's not the format of raising the process. It's the process that needs to be addressed. And I wasn't referring to this particular one because we made the error again. That last year, we made the same error. We corrected it on ground. We didn't have to raise any motion to effect that change on ground that day. And it passed. Because we all believe the house is better than anything, any committee. Okay? So my point is, I'm not saying we should effect the change for this process. But let's set the process now so that it will be when we want to do another election in November. I will not pick it up. Let's set it now.
All right. Okay.
Hold on.
One house.
And that's why I'm raising it and it's going into the minutes. So that action will be taken again next assembly.
Okay. All right.
So let's be clear on the position. It's not about the process. Don't leave this message and start attacking the messenger. It's the message that
Okay, what our AG or Shinibo see saying that against next one, not this one, that can we move the motion? And it's going to be for next one, not this one that we want to have now. The motion so that it will be for next one.
Or submission. Let us have it to record it. That is a resolution in this club assembly that subsequently, there is a submission that we either agree with or not. Because if we don't agree, it will not take effect by the current year. So let us put it out as a submission, and we must have a resolution on it. Because if we don't, it will not. Not just by the okay. Yes. No assembly. Most of our time, agree that way. I think it's okay. It's okay.
It's PhD. If you want pretty information.
The what happened this morning is an embarrassment to the entire block. That will carry them working very quick. I will just say, take a lot of things, let's go and work out. That is not enough. I don't know if they should be on record. I said what happened this morning from the president is a serious embarrassment to this law. Like PhD and I used to say, this law is no more threatened by any risk. All of us will continue to come here. But if anybody decides want to come, the law will continue to grow by grace of God. But for Rotary to come here, address us the way she addressed us and went out like that. It's very, very, that's, I don't know how to put it now. I don't want to use the regulatory word. There should be a record that is not acceptable
1 minute, please. We are taking until unless to advantage to amen behavior in this law. And we are the causes of it. Because we play a lot of politics. And no 1 minute. I don't know tell you I'm about 70. By the grace of God, in this law, I'm the most senior person. Either you like it or not. I don't know. I don't know if another person from 72 will come and join me. But I have to pay. As I today, I will see everyone. I don't want to 1 minute. It's an insult, very derogatory, the way she did. It should be on record. Because of time, we should discuss that in next government. Thank you.
Thank you, and after please, we are going to move motion for adjournment.
Issue of
we can go over
my president. I don't know why we are not concentrating at this meeting.
1 hour, please. 1 hour.
Honestly, I don't want to say this. I don't want to discuss that day where she put her name. I have my reason for it. It is better when she's here physically, we address her matter. The essence of this law is to either emotion, or something of that nature. But what we are discussing now when she go around, it's like we are giving her the paper to prove that either we are coward or whether we cannot address her physically. Number one, I said it, she did not come to this meeting. She came because of issue that was discussing that has to do with her. And what I was trying to revive it was that she was already here. Let's hear whatever she wants. Another point, if you don't want that, let us put another thing for it. And the government decided that the matter has been addressed and it is foreclosed. And that should be the end of it. But when it comes to a behavioral pattern, she needs to be addressed. She needs to wash it. And she needs to come out of a positive behavior. Her behavior in this law is very accepted. And that is the thing. And I would like to address it where she's available. I address that. Nobody is about the rule. If you want to be a member of this club, you go away, you go by the way of the dictate of the club. And you don't want to be a member, you stay put. Not that you will be demonstrating attitude to us. And if the thing that doesn't have done that, well, let us address this where she's standing. Thank you.
All right, thank you, thank you, every Rotarian, my leader, thank you so much. So, okay, we have one somebody to move motion for adjournment. BP don't care. Motion for adjournment. Come on, present. No man. Nothing to add, my all is okay. Can we have the mic? My president, thank you very much for allowing me to move the motion. Thank you, ma'am. And for even discussing it that you don't have anything. Have you? Okay. Even though you I don't know, starting. My president, they are already attacking me. PSC said today, I want to move the motion that we adjourn this club assembly to the next one, which will be the third club assembly, and will come up next year. Thank you. I move. Thank you. Seconded by Rotary Bell. Please have to talk. President, support the motion that this meeting, I call this motion that this meeting should be adjourned. We talk about this PH now the club. My PH, you have the club.
My president, fellow Rotarians, I don't know how many of us are already going to when we go to the police station, the first person